systems, mobile phones, smart appliances, and medical devices. Even the one ad you're seeing right now while browsing through your Facebook feed. Did you know that all of those things exist today with the help of programming? Programming languages and computing have come a very long way. Computer scientists spent decades coming up with different programming languages to be used hand in hand with computers for advancement, innovation, and efficiency. In fact, there appears to be over 8,000 programming languages created from the 18th century to the present. Insane, right? Now, people tend to think that you need an educational background in computer science or information technology in order to easily learn programming, when, especially these days, it's not really the case. In fact, there's been a rise in beginner-friendly languages, allowing people from other career paths to utilize the power of programming to aid them in their daily lives. And that's exactly why I'm here today. Hello everyone, my name is Miki, and today I will introduce you to one of the most widely used and beginner-friendly programming languages out there, Python. I'll walk you through what it is, what you'll learn throughout this course, and how Python can help you in real life. Python, whose name was derived from the comedy series Monty Python's Flying Circus, is a programming language conceived by Guido van Rossum in the late 1980s before formally launching in 1991. From there on, Python continuously grew to become one of the most popular programming languages, widely used not only for software and web development, but also for automation, data analytics, machine learning, and software testing. Now, you might be wondering, what makes Python so popular nowadays? The first reason is it's beginner-friendly. Unlike other programming languages, the Python syntax resembles human language better. For example, it uses the words and, or, and not instead of symbols. The syntax, overall, is way easier to read and understand, making it one of the best choices for beginners. Second, there's a plethora of Python libraries out there, making the language capable and versatile enough for different use cases. In fact, some of these libraries are only available for Python. Third, since Python is an open source, you don't have to pay to use it, even if it's for commercial purposes. This isn't always the case for programming languages. Java, for example, incurs a fee for enterprise usage. Last, and probably the best reason, is that Python has a large community. Given that the language is widely used, you can easily seek guidance and tips from people all over the web whenever you need it. Now that you know why Python is popular, you might think, okay, fine, but how would learning Python help me in real life? For starters, Python, just like any other programming language, is commonly used for software and web development. For web development, there are third-party frameworks available, such as Flask and Django, to make things easier. If you want a standalone desktop application, there's Kinter and PyQt to help you create a graphical user interface. Furthermore, Python is also commonly used to automate simple and complex processes, such as decluttering your file system daily to conducting automated software testing. If you're aspiring to become a data scientist or a data analyst though, then you might have heard of Python already. TensorFlow, Pandas, NumPy are just some of the libraries available to help you with statistics, data visualizations, and machine learning. Now, if you're not a programmer, tester, nor a data scientist, can Python still be useful for you? Well, the answer is yes, definitely. Here are the things you'll get to explore and learn by taking this course. Number 1, core Python programming concepts. This includes making use of comments, variables, expressions, control flow, and functions, to name a few. Number 2, Python for immutable and mutable data. This involves lists, sets, tuples, and dictionaries. Built-in and third-party Python libraries. This includes built-in mathematical and file access modules, as well as some of the libraries available on PyPI or the Python Package Index. Number 4, learn how to perform I/O operations with files, and lastly, perform basic numerical and string data analysis with the help of file I/O operations and a third-party library called Pandas. Now, what can you say? Are you ready to dive in? Let's start by helping you install all the needed software for this course. First and foremost, To begin coding, we need to download Python itself. To do this, go to www.python.org, click on the Downloads tab, and then click on the yellow Download Python 3.9.7 button, which should let you download the latest version. Please make sure you're downloading the version that matches your operating system. For example, if you're using MacBook or iMac, you should be downloading the latest version for macOS. Once you're done downloading, simply follow the steps to install Python. And once the installation is successful, you should now have the applications IDLE and Python Launcher installed. IDLE is the default IDE or Integrated Development Environment for Python. However, it doesn't come with intelligent code completion, which is a smart feature that helps reduce user typos and common syntax errors. IDLE is good to use if you want to master the syntax without the help of hints, but for now, we'll be using an IDE that would guide you better while learning. For the IDE, we'll be using PyCharm by JetBrains. We'll be using the Edu version to be specific, since this comes with the built-in courses and exercises, which should help you with self-learning. It comes with the helpful features such as intelligent code completion and PEP8 compliance checker. To download this, go to www.jetbrains.com. Click on the Learning Tools tab, and then click on PyCharm Edu. Once again, please make sure you're downloading the version that matches your operating system. Once you've downloaded the file, simply follow the steps, and you're finally good to go. Lastly, and you don't need to install anything for this, Python also comes with its own styling guide called PEP8 or the Python Enhancement Proposals 8. Like I mentioned, PyCharm comes with a PEP compliance checker. This style guide is a helpful syntactical guideline for things such as code layout, indentations, and naming conventions. Feel free to check out the guide to familiarize yourself better with Python's best practices. Now that you have Python and PyCharm Edu installed, congratulations! You can now formally start your Python programming journey. So, for this module, we learned what Python is, what makes it popular, and what its common uses are. I also shared some bits and pieces of what you're about to learn throughout this course, as well as help you install Python and PyCharm before we formally embark on your learning journey. Thanks for listening, and see you on the next one.